Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here and welcome back to the railway. I have got a great little video for you today because we are looking back at the very best model trains of 2025. I make this video every single year, except this year I'm putting a bit of a twist on it. This time I'm only including brand new tooled locomotives, not stuff that has come out in years past and I've re-reviewed it. This is only going to be including brand new models for 2025, which I think ought to be a bit more interesting. I've already done the worst model trains of 2025, which is always so much fun to make. I can just be myself, so an idiot, basically, and just be daft, be stupid, rip some terrible models to shreds and just have a good time. So if you haven't seen that one already, a link up there. Obviously though, today's video is going to have a very different tone, no messing about today, because this is a celebration of the very best of our industry this year. So, in 5th place, we have a diesel engine from Accurascale, and it is this. It is their brand new Class 50. Now, first of all, this is an absolutely beautiful model. It is presented spotlessly with this gorgeous coat of BR blue paint, other liveries available, of course. It's also an extremely heavy model at 687 grams, obviously thanks to its very chunky die-cast chassis. It also has a fantastic level of detail. I mean, the underframe is possibly the most impressive part. We've got loads of detail down here, an etched grille on the base of the engine where almost nobody will see it, but yet it is still there. It's got separate bogie chains, individually separately fitted etched steps. Each step is a separate part. It's just amazing. Very complex louvres on the side, which are real and they lead inside the model. They're not just a molding effect. And the cab detail is phenomenal as well, with loads of controls and detail on the instrument panel and full printing on the back wall. What I really love about this though is all the extras that this came with. So accessories wise, it came with quality etched nameplates, which is awesome. You don't always see these. It's got an opening hatch for easy access to the DCC socket. That's very handy. It's got a fully working fan. Some manufacturers like Bachmann, who won't be appearing in this list, charge a premium for features like that, yet Accurascale include it on the base model at no extra cost. That's why people like Accurascale, that's why they win all the awards. It's a mechanically sound model as well. It's got separate bearings on all of the driving axles, helical gears as well for smooth running, a very comprehensive lighting package including interior lighting. Absolutely fantastic. A pre-fitted speaker, although you can add a bigger speaker if you want, and an absolutely massive motor, which is important given how heavy this thing is. The performance is outstanding as well. This thing runs beautifully on the whole, and of course she's extremely powerful too. And of course she's extremely powerful too, thanks to all the weight. So this is an excellent model, but luckily, happily these days, that is not particularly unusual. We see excellent models all the time. What I think really elevates Accurascale is that they produce excellent models and they offer them for a reasonable price. That is rarer. So the full price of this model, not even a retailer discount, is £189.99. Obviously it's a lot of money, but when you consider what you get, that price is very, very impressive. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can go to China and commission a model, but it takes real skill to pull one off at a reasonable price, and that is what Accurascale have done time and time again. And this is far from the best value Accurascale loco, but it's still excellent value. Anyway, I gave this thing a score of 8.43 out of 10 and a grade of A, which was very well deserved. Let's move on to 4th place then, and this is a loco also made by Accurascale, except this time it's a steam loco or a tank engine. The engine is this. It is the Accurascale J67 Buck Jumper, which is a beautiful Great Eastern tank engine. And beautiful is certainly the word when it comes to this loco. This ultramarine blue is just exquisite, and the way it's been done is absolutely spot on as well. It's also a perfectly refined loco. There's no visible join on the lower boiler, for example, which is usually something we do see on models like this. It's got a nice straight die-cast running plate with no warping, and the paint application is absolutely precise too. Look at all of the lining here, and look at the buffers. These are impeccably neat with the white lining there. Always a good job from Accurascale. The detail is obviously mind-blowing too. Some of the components, such as the little pump here in front of the tanks, marvellously high fidelity, and they look even better with the lining, of course. There's also the safety valves, which give a marvellous sense of depth, don't they? Plus the cab detail is extensive as well, complete even with lighting in the firebox. Just like with the Class 50, Accurascale went above and beyond with the accessories as well. So this loco came with a massive selection of exchangeable destination boards for you to fit. That is a great level of customizability, isn't it? Plus it came with etched number plates as well, which look a lot better than the ones printed onto the side of the engine. Again, this is not something we always see. The mechanism is extremely high quality as well, as usual from Accurascale. So this loco has all-wheel pickup, it's got bearings on its axles, and a beefy coreless motor, even with a flywheel. You can easily DCC fit this by removing the front of the smoke box, so chipping this thing is not a problem either. Now, maybe it's a bit too soon to mention the lack of speakers. I think there should have been speakers in this model, realistically, but there wasn't. Sorry to mention that. There was really no reason to bring that up, but I've done it. There you go. Although I should say Accurascale actually sent me a pair of speakers to fit into this, which they didn't have to do, but it was a nice gesture, I suppose, especially after all that hullabaloo. I couldn't fault the performance either. This is a smooth and powerful engine, and it looks just so incredibly majestic as it runs. Again, I think it is the livery that really makes this such an eye-catching engine. It's so good to finally have a Great Eastern Blue loco to run. I think the price of this is pretty fair as well. So the price is £139.99, which is a very standard price for an 060 tank engine these days, except Accurascale seem to be offering more features with this loco than some other manufacturers do. So again, value for money here, really quite good, especially considering the standard of the engine. So I gave this a score of 8.53 out of 10, or a grade of A, which again is very well deserved. What a beauty. The next engine, the engine in third place, is another steam locomotive, and it's another 060 steam locomotive, which is not a great surprise this year because I've said many times that 2025 has been the year of the 060. I have lost count of the number of new 060s that have come out this year, but this one was unforgettable. It's made by Hornby, and it is this, their brand new Great Northern J13. Now the LNER black version of this that they did was phenomenal as well, but this one in the green really did do it for me. The Great Northern Green is just superb. It is an extremely complex livery with multiple different shades of green used, and almost every surface on this engine is covered in intricate lining. And the finish is just outstanding as well. It just shines like a quality model should. And the reason it shines like real metal is because it is real metal. This loco is virtually entirely die-cast, which brings about a massive weight of 237 grams. It is a mighty beast. I can't say the same for the buck jumper, which was a bit more plasticky, which I think is why that loco ranked lower than this one. This J13 is better quality than the buck jumper as well. The handrails here are made from wire. We've seen quite a few locos this year with plastic handrails, which I really don't like. I'm not a fan of it, but the J13 is not one of those. Every handrail on here is quality metal, which just makes the loco so much sturdier, and it means that all of the handrails are nice and straight, which is what you expect to see. Even the cosmetic rods are made from metal as well. Just brilliant quality here. The cab interior is incredible, it's fully painted, it's even got painted gauges of course, and a fairly standard feature these days, but lovely to see nevertheless, lighting in the firebox as well. The mechanism is brilliant, it is fully serviceable, which again is not always the case on new locomotives, but this one is, which is why it's in the list. It's got proper bearings, it's got a quality 5-pole motor, and even, get this, a pre-fitted speaker. I am trying with every fibre of my body not to mention the Accurascale buck jumper again, but there we have it, I failed immediately. As a result of the mechanism, the performance is brilliant too. It just works properly, which doesn't seem like a lot to ask, but honestly, when a loco just works, you can forget everything about what's going on inside, and you can just enjoy it as the beautiful engine it is. It will run along, it will haul a train, it won't stop, it won't slow down, it won't smell like it's burning, it just works. So it's enjoyable to run. Now, the biggest downside of this loco was the price. At the full price, the RRP, this costs £174.99. Now, I don't want to just flat out say this is overpriced, because Hornby did a fantastic job. It's not like they've delivered something poor quality at a high price, which is what we have seen. So maybe this is not overpriced, but I think it is fair to say we've certainly seen better value locos this year, such as the next one, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Sticking with this one for just a second, this still got a score of 8.7 out of 10 despite the high price, which was a grade of A. I think this is the best tank engine of the year by far. Alright, now we come to second place then, the top 2 locomotives of 2025. The next one is yet another 060 steam locomotive. See, I'm not kidding, year of the 060, I'm telling you. This one is made by Oxford Rail though, and it is this. It is the all-new Class J26. Now, this model was derived from their existing J27 model, which was excellent in its own right, but this thing has been redeveloped and improved so that this is, in my opinion at least, miles better than the J27. So this is not an expensive model, and we'll talk about the price in a second, but even despite how inexpensive it was, the paint finish is probably the best I've seen this year. It's nice and glossy, it's about as glossy as you can get without going overboard, but it's also got this lovely matte effect on the smoke box. It just looks great. It's got intricate lining all over, which is very precisely applied. Again, that's quite surprising given how cheap this is. It's also a brilliant quality model. It's got a die-cast running plate, turned metal whistles even, and metal wire handrails. Again, not cheap plastic ones. It even came with quality etched number plates provided at no extra cost. Again, that is just unbelievable given the price. We've seen far more expensive locos than this not come with any etched plates this year. Well done, Oxford. It's also extremely well detailed too, with parts such as the safety valves looking surprisingly realistic, and of course the cab detail is exquisite too. The tender is worth a mention as well, I think. It looks very, very stylish with all this lining. Again, there's quite a lot of complexity here. The quality of the model is exceptional inside as well as outside, which again is something I really appreciate. So you've got a very serviceable mechanism here. Everything is very easy to access, and it's got a full set of bearings, so like I say, quality. All-wheel pickup, including on the tender. There is not a wheel on this model that does not pick up. It's got a quality cordless motor with a flywheel, unlike Hornby's J13, so this did one better, even though it's much, much cheaper, and it even had a pre-fitted speaker at no extra cost. The performance was faultless as well. This thing can crawl just incredibly. It almost looks like it's not moving, but it is. Plus, it's a smooth runner at all speeds, even when hauling a load, which it does easily thanks to all the weight and all the power from that cordless motor. Again though, the really mind-blowing thing about this model is the price. Like I mentioned early on, we are really lucky in this hobby. We see high quality models quite often. It's become less and less unusual to buy a model and find that it's really massively high quality. But it is the price that makes this one special. So the RRP, that's without any discounting, is £129.95, so even that is much cheaper than even the retailer prices of most steam locomotives. But at the retailers with the discount, the price of this model was £110.45. That is miles cheaper than any other 060 steam locomotive on the market, at least that I've heard of, especially one with a tender. What a wonderful model for the money. I gave this a score of 8.97 out of 10 and a grade of A, which was very well deserved. Well, here we are then. I'm about to reveal the best locomotive of 2025, according to me, in my opinion. We are going back to Accurascale with another diesel locomotive, except this one is even better than the Class 50. So the best loco of the year for me is this. It is the Accurascale Class 60. Now this is an absolute beast. Obviously it looks like a beast, but it feels like one too, with a weight of 821 grams. I believe that is the heaviest diesel I have on record. Absolutely astonishing. They've really gone above and beyond to make this thing heavy, which is particularly impressive given the gaping hole right through the model. They got around this by hanging metal weights off the inside of the body. Like I say, they really went to town with this, and it's brilliantly designed. The decoration is even more complex than the Class 50, with countless intricate little prints and details picked out. It really is marvellously complex, this. Some of the detailing is astonishing as well. We've got etched grills with full detail behind them, sometimes allowing you to see right through the locomotive, and there's even lighting in here too. Some of the small parts, such as the wipers for example, these look marvellously fine, some of the finest I've seen actually. And the same thing goes with other details such as the horns and some of the smaller bogie details such as the wiring and the steps. As usual from Accurascale, this model came with loads of extras. So this did come with alternative buffer beams with full detailing or not, depending on whether you want to use the couplings or not, and a full suite of etched plates for you to add to the model. Not just nameplates either, every single plate you can think of for this loco was included as an etched plate. Just outstanding. Mechanically, the Class 60 is of course up to Accurascale's usual standards. It had full bearings, it's got another removable hatch, again for easy decoder access, full lighting as you'd fully expect of course, and a pre-fitted speaker, once again at no extra cost. This loco even has a bank of stay alive capacitors, which is handy. I also could not fault the performance. There was zero slowing down around the curves, which is extremely impressive given how heavy this loco is. You know, a 200 gram loco, I wouldn't expect to see that slowing down on the curves. But a loco that weighs over 800 grams, not slowing down even a jot, that is unexpected. And needless to say, given the weight, the pulling power is immense. Again though, what really did it for me was the price of this loco. This is heavier, it's larger, and I think arguably more complex than the Class 50, yet it was cheaper. So the price for this is £169.99. Again, it is perfectly possible for a company to make an excellent model. Cavalex demonstrated that this year with their wonderful Class 60, but it takes a really skilled manufacturer, I think, to produce an excellent model and produce it at a reasonable price. That is what Accurascale do, and I think people really appreciate that. And I suspect that is why Accurascale always win the awards, don't they? How many years on the trot have they now won Manufacturer of the Year? Well, I can't see that changing anytime soon. So anyway, I gave this loco a score of 9.51 out of 10. I think that is the highest score I've given this year, and a grade of A. What a wonderful loco. So there you have it then folks, those were the top 5 new models of 2025. What were your best models? Which model did you buy this year, if any, that you just thought, you know what, this really does it for me? I think I felt that way about all 5 of these locos here. Really, really good. Of course, there have been much more models than just these 5 that have been amazing this year. I think on the last video of the year, I will give some honourable mentions because there's so many great models to talk about. But anyway, do share down in the comments what were your top 5 locomotives of this year. They don't have to be 00 scale. Use some different scales if you want. They don't have to be the same as mine. If you want to disagree with my picks, go for it. I'd love to see what your thoughts are. But for now, thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon for some more videos. Still got a few more to go before the end of the year. All right, cheers everybody. You take care.